Hello and welcome to the Dirty 20 Gaming Podcast. Once again, I'm your host Cameron, joined by Cameron. Hi Cameron, how are you?
Hello, episode 4.
Episode 4, yes. We got numbers. So this week we are going to be having a lovely wee chat about what got us into gaming. Like, where did we start off, what we look for in games that we like, and what games that we kind of went away from since we were younger and stuff like that. Very simple topic, and we're happy to join you. So, what grabbed you about games the first time?
I don't know. I was 5.
Yeah.
You asked me this question. When you asked me this was going to be the topic, and I was like, I don't know. I think fun.
Yeah.
I think was the only answer I had.
Yeah.
It was fun to play video games. Like the long and short of it.
Yeah, the long and short of it.
The long and short of it. Because I was so young.
So young, grasped by the flashing lights and the being able to control the wee dude
But
on
I
the
do
screen.
remember. I told you a story. My gran took me to get Game Boy Color first.
No, you're not telling that story.
I think that's the first console I had. I don't. Well, or it was a PS1. It was either PS1 or Game Boy Color, but I'm pretty sure it was Game Boy Color. But she took us to get a Game Boy Color. We went to the game shop and she was asking for a Playboy. And the guy's like, "What?" Playboy.
I forgot. You've been so confused.
Yeah, he was like, "I can't. What? I can't." And
You're in the wrong store, man.
Yeah. But she's looking for this game Playboy for this 10-year-old.
That's even
5-year-old.
So many more questions.
Yeah. So, but I think my first console was a Game Boy or a PS1. But I also have one of those very, very, very tucked back memories of playing Super Mario on something, which means it must have been on like the SNES or.
It might have been on the Game Boy. Super Mario.
No, it was on a
TV screen. Okay.
And I do have older cousins, whoever they are, who, well, they're just older.
Yeah.
So like, it might have been theirs. I don't know. Did I dream it? I'm not sure.
Is this real or not?
Yeah. But I definitely remember a PS1.
I think
I started PS1.
Yeah, PS1 was the first console that I owned myself. But beforehand, we were a gaming family. Like we played games from such a young age. Because my dad was always a big gamer, and so was my mum. My mum and dad used to sit and play games all the time before we were even born.
Yeah, it's very different.
And we played a lot of PC games. I remember playing like Half-Life when I was like 4 or 5, like the original Half-Life. And my dad introduced me to like emulators, so we played the SNES emulator on thing, and that's how I played like Battletoads with my sisters. And then when we moved to Glasgow, we got the PS1. That's when we played like Tekken, Mortal Kombat.
I played a PS1.
Yeah, because we skipped that generation before we started playing games together. Because it was like PS2, GameCube was when we started properly playing games together.
Yeah, we're old enough to get our own,
but
not get our own. Choose the games we played, I guess, sort of.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is here, but now it's like, well, what do I want to?
But the PS1 was bought for me, but me and my sisters played it all the time.
Yeah.
And we had this brilliant like. Looking back on it now, I've watched back at this like Jurassic Park fighting game that they had that was like Tekken but with dinosaurs, and I was like, yes.
Oh,
I think we played that together actually.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
That would have been on the PS1, and
yeah,
I've looked back on it now, and it looks like there's no.
All of PS1 looks pretty shit.
Not even graphic wise. I'm not even talking like
oh no,
because it's more like there's no. It's tap the buttons. Like there's no real combos in it. There's no like for a fighting game, for a Tekken based fighting game. But it was clearly just like let's throw dinosaurs.
Shovelware? Is that what they call it?
But they had. I remember them having the intros for like certain dinosaurs. So if you picked a dinosaur for a stage and you were player 2, player 1 would just show up, and then player 2 would like bust out of something and be like, "Rah! I'm gonna kill you."
Oh, okay. So kind of like Injustice's thing.
Yeah.
Very rudimentary.
But very rudimentary. Yeah.
Cool.
So PlayStation 1 was like when we first got into it, and then obviously as soon as the GameCube came out, that was the first games console with four controllers.
Yeah,
because you had the multi-tap on PlayStation 1.
Because I never had a GameCube until it'd been out for a while.
Yeah.
And then I got it, but I never needed 4 controllers.
Yeah.
I would only ever need 2.
2. Yeah. At push.
Yeah. But your family obviously would want 4.
Yeah. That was the thing when my mum, like, we never really went on many holidays. Like we went to like Alton Towers and stuff like that when we were kids, but we never went like abroad or anything like that. And what we did was we got a new games console as a family and sat down and played games. My mum was like more keen on the quality time that we spent together as opposed to like going abroad. Which
same thing, but it's just
yeah.
But you can afford a game console, right?
Yeah. and
Or at least it has
hours of
a
fun.
recurrent,
recurrent use. Like the holiday's done after it's over.
Yeah.
You also have memories and pictures and stuff like that. But I was like, nah,
Yeah,
we're gonna play games together.
Not worth it. I was gonna say, but yeah. So, but I remember Lara Croft in the PS1.
Yeah.
I remember fucking with the old guy. I don't remember like when, where, or how I was playing this game.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I definitely went from PS1 to PS2.
Yeah.
My journey was like PS1, PS2, Xbox 360, PS4, PC.
I was PlayStation 1, Game Boy Advance, and all that kind of stuff. But
They're
no handhelds.
They're handhelds. They're in a different bucket.
We'll come back to that bucket.
Yeah.
So I was PlayStation 1, GameCube, original Xbox, 360 Wii. Because the family got the Wii.
Everyone got the Wii.
Yeah.
Literally everyone in the grandma got the Wii.
But we never stopped along the Nintendo train. So
yeah,
we went Wii U, Switch, like all like.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
But I was going 360, Xbox One, and then I hopped over into PS4, into PS5.
PC.
No, yeah.
PC's in there.
It's came full circle. I started off on the PC, and I've come back home.
I don't remember. I think I didn't start the PC, but I definitely played a PC game in my youth.
Yeah, because you had a PC, but it wasn't really like rigged for gaming or anything.
No,
like that.
I'm sure.
I think you played like mini clip and stuff like that on it a lot.
Oh yeah, of course.
And we
Flash
used it
games,
for Flash games, and
mini clip and Flash
back in
games.
the day.
They were the fucking shit, man.
When you figured out how to get around that on like the school computers and like that one kid
Some
was sitting
sites
playing.
worked, and some sites didn't work. But then I'm pretty sure some kids had like a fucking USB drive.
Yeah.
Bob was one of them. You could plug the USB drive in, and then you'd get like, what's that game where you run and it's like it's quite zoomed out. You're a tiny stick man, and you got like fucking, what's it called? What's that big? It's almost like you're in zero gravity. Well, not lower gravity.
Oh,
It's like, and you can jump from wall to wall, and you collect things.
Oh,
It's
N.
like X.
N.
Yeah.
N and N plus, because N plus came to the 360. I remember.
Yeah.
Shit out of
That was the shit. And Sonic the Hedgehog, the 2D one, was on this USB drive that I have in my head.
The guy,
They were great.
the one in my class, he got me Pokemon Emerald, and we used to just sit and play Pokemon
Oh
Emerald
yeah,
races,
Pokemon was good.
which was good. But the one I remember the most that you were able to get access to was Line Rider. You
Oh,
remember Line? I fucking loved Line
yeah,
Rider.
Line Rider was cool. Line Rider was the tits.
Just making all the wee bits, and I just loved watching them crash and like.
I think, sorry, a part of, like, I don't know if a part of it was escapism, if you think about it, like playing video games when you're younger. But you don't know why you do anything when you're younger. That's why it's kind of a funny question. Where you're like, why did you play video games when you're, or what did get you into it? Because I got in so young.
You don't know. Yeah.
I'm not sure, but I can guess it was just classic old escapism.
Yeah.
Classic, like, well, I didn't like school. I didn't like any of this stuff, but in here's fun.
Yeah.
So I'll play in here. But then also it's like, well, video games are just dopamine fucking machines.
Yeah.
So it's like at the same time, I'm like, well, I'll just do this. So it's great. So I don't know. But I'm pretty sure my mum would let me just play video games because of that reason.
Yeah.
Because she's like, well, it's fun and school's doesn't suck necessarily, like hard. But,
Yeah.
like, school's hard, now you can do something fun.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Here's your reprieve. Enjoy your childhood while you can.
Yeah. But also I went outside and did a lot of outside stuff. So maybe there was a
Feel
little.
like I don't. I came with you once or twice.
Well, that's what I meant. That's maybe why they didn't stop me playing games.
Yeah. We did as well. Like, we used to, obviously Jonathan grew up next to me in like thing, so we used to sit and play football outside. Like, can you imagine
Sit and play
Jonathan play
football?
football? Well, not sit outside playing goalies between
It
the
goes to show how much you know about how much sports you've done. You sit down and play it now.
No, like roll the ball back and forth.
It's like the Wii U. No, the Wii. Sorry, when they were like, "This will get people active," like quickly turned into just. I figured it out.
I
don't need to stand.
Remember 1-2 switch? I feel like we did more movement in that because it wasn't the screen. Like, you weren't focused on the screen. You're playing the sword fight, or you're playing the ping pong, or you're
Sword fight.
Yeah, you and I had a sword fight through Ryan's house.
I remember. I don't remember that. I remember ping pong well because that one was quite fun with the timing and stuff.
Yeah,
That was an alright game.
yeah.
That was an alright game.
Do you see they're releasing another one with up to 100 players?
What
I've yet to watch
the fuck does that even mean?
I have no idea. I've yet to watch the trailer. I'll show you after. But my dad put it in the family group chat, so I'm just like, I've still not checked.
I'm
this
assuming
video.
it's online, obviously. But could you play?
How would one?
Yeah, because you can't even connect that many fucking controllers.
No,
I imagine
you can collect. I think you can connect a lot of control, like
To
Joy-Cons to the Switch, like
I
individually.
don't know much about technology, so I don't know if how that works or the limits.
Yeah,
Or the limits on how much like a Switch can be connected to.
yeah.
I've got no idea, but that's fucking stupid.
Again, I've still to watch the
players.
trailer, so it might be entertaining in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Well, Nintendo are always trying.
Always trying new things. Yeah.
They're always trying.
I remember watching one of the game stories from my childhood was Red Steel. And I remember when the trailers for the Wii were coming out, and I was like, oh my god, I need this. Look at this. You can hold the gun gangster style. Brilliant, fantastic. But there's no left-handed mode.
Yeah, okay,
So
I remember
the
Red Steel.
entire
I remember Red Steel now. Yeah.
The entire time my character's going and I was like, no, you're supposed to aim it like this. And the guy's going like, ah. And I'm like, no, you look so lame.
This is the least gangster. This isn't gangster.
Directly inverted to gangster.
That's fucking stupid.
It was so annoying. I was so upset.
It's the reason they made Link fucking right-handed, isn't it?
Yeah, because the Twilight Princess that released for the GameCube is fully inverted. It's not even that they didn't make Link right-handed; they inverted the full game.
Oh.
Like, so at any point in Twilight Princess, if you're going left, you're going right in the GameCube version.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. Interesting solution.
I mean, it works.
Yeah, I don't think it breaks anything, right?
No,
Except
'cause
maybe fucking
I remember
walkthroughs.
that was a mode in King Kong.
Inverting.
No,
game.
left-handed mode in King Kong.
Oh, fuck
Thingy, and they just flipped the screen, and the character was now left-handed.
Oh, of course, it would be. Yeah, actually. No, you're right. Okay, maybe that is the genius solution.
Obviously, they'd have to go and like change the like signs and stuff like that. That's about it.
Oh yeah, true. Maybe there's just a fucking, I don't know, game development. Maybe there's a control find. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was talking about Matthew the other day about this. Sort of, where I was talking about at like the end of the day when I'm tired, there's some games I can't play because I'm tired.
Yeah.
Like he was talking about Civ 6 or something, and I was talking about it's like jumping into an RPG after like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Of not playing it, and you're like, what the fuck does this sword do? Well, okay, there's like 8 swords. Which one was I keeping? Which one was I getting rid of? Was I making sure I had something? What are these potions? And it's like this whole, like all these systems. Like where was I leveling? What was my specs?
I keep doing that with Witcher. Like I keep
The
jumping back
Witcher's
into
the one
it,
I kept doing it with because I kept saving all the fucking
everything.
What was I saying? Yeah, I have games like that now, like Kenshi, at the moment. Where it's fine now because I'm in it. But if I jumped back in 2 weeks, I'd be like, right, what was this team doing and why am I here and where was I going? It takes so long to travel anywhere. I've got a base and then I have people. You have to like give them jobs like manually. Like you have to select the wheat and then select the grain silo and then select like shift select so that they'll just run and do it and run the haul.
Yeah.
But then when you have 10 employees running around your outpost doing specific things that require other stuff, when you're like, oh wait,
Who can I stop?
who can I stop and who can I adjust? But when you're in the thick of it, you don't really mind. So if you take a few days off, then you jump back into the game and you're tired, you're like, I can't just do this.
One of the reasons that I love roguelike so much.
Well, I was supposed to say Age of Empires was the other one.
Yeah.
Where you always start with nothing.
Yeah.
And then you build up. And roguelikes would be exactly the same thing. You start from nothing and then build up. What was my point? Oh, so why do I play video games? I'm like, I don't know. There's a funny dichotomy where sometimes I want to play something that is super easy. Like the Assassin's Creed Ubisoft games where they just like, go over there.
You're over there. Stab
Go
that
there,
guy.
you fucking idiot.
Go have
Like,
fun.
you know, they go, yeah, go over there. And then other games where they don't hold your hand.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if you work a full-time job,
You can.
like you
can dedicate your time to one game, maybe.
No, it's more of your tiredness. Whereas like you're just tired. Like you don't want to be challenged by the game.
Yeah.
Necessarily. You want to be told what like God of War Ragnarok. Like walk forward, explore a little bit. The combat's not too hard, but the story's really good, and you kind of just get to enjoy this game.
Yeah.
As opposed to Dark Souls, which is like die.
Yeah.
Suffer.
Get better.
Get better.
Nerd.
Get better. It's like I'm so tired.
I got shit to do.
Yeah. And when you only have an hour, you want to feel like you got somewhere.
Yeah, you want to be able to accomplish something.
In Kenshi as well, where all I got built was I was like, time to build an outpost in the last 2 hours of my day. Yeah, and then I had to find the space to build the outpost. So it needed stone, copper, iron, fertility, water, shit like that.
All the classics.
So the classic stuff for not dying. And then I needed to go get these supplies and then come back, and all these people had to travel. So by the time I built walls, I had to go to bed. So I was like, oh, okay. I didn't really get shit done.
Yeah.
So I think feeling like you've accomplished something is also an aspect. Not why we play games, but like it's...
Like in particular games like that, you're a step closer to it. You're constantly building steps to get to...
Yeah.
And that's what I was meaning when you can only dedicate yourself to one game at a time that.
Yeah, now we circle back to that.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you gotta stick to one game so you feel like you're getting somewhere. Because a lot of time I'll go... Because then you waste all your fucking time. Like, I'll jump into Kenshin and I'll be like, I don't know what's going on here. Cancel. Jump into this game. Oh, I don't know what's going on here. Cancel. Jump into this game. And then it's half an hour.
Half an hour has passed and you've not actually went into
anything.
That's why multiplayer games are quite particularly good in that aspect.
Yeah, I
like
think that's
For Honor
why.
or something like that. You can just jump in. Like, although For Honor,
Thinking CODs and shit like that.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
But like you need to keep your skill up in like For Honor as well. Like I jumped into a game. Like the other night, and I'd not been played for 2 months, and I got absolutely destroyed. And it was by people like that knew how to stop my revenge meter from building up. So I was like,
they can stop that.
No, so like they weren't attacking at the right points.
like not feed it.
Good ganking. Good ganking.
Good bloody gankers.
That's the first two people that I ran into. They just hugged each other the entire game. I was like,
yeah. That's why it's nice to play with someone who's not leveled up.
Yeah.
So they'll put you in games with
Super,
noobs. Like,
yes, I am the best.
yeah. What a wonderful time. Yeah, jobs as a game. No, games as a job is something I'm not a fan of. But I think, as you say, I think I see the. I see the appeal, or I see why
people would,
why people stick to like COD and
Destiny
and Fortnite. It's like you just jump in, you play the same thing, you get an hour, you know what you're doing because you played it. Well, I don't know how people do it if you only get like one night a week to play a game.
Oh God, no!
I don't know how they fucking remember.
No.
Because after a couple of days, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
I think like for those types of people, I'm assuming story games would be the best.
Yeah,
I'll remember where I am in a story. I'll remember where I am in a book in a week's time. I'll
true,
remember where I am in a TV series in a week's time. But so like a story game like God of War, like we said, or
it was fucking sounds Uncharted, God of War.
Uncharted.
Well, that's PlayStation is kind of killing it at the moment, I guess, if they're catering to those type of people, those types of people. Because Call of Duty's been doing it for ages.
Yeah,
like they're just kind of dumbing it down and. Well, no, removing the story, not dumbing it down.
No, they're definitely dumbing it down as well. Like, there's a lot. Like, people are complaining that there's no like.
Oh fuck! No, that was a
whole
thing.
That
was a whole thing where they were just like, there's no movement. There's no movement.
No movement. No like skilly trick things that we can do.
Yeah. No, it's like I'm a dad, and I'm tired. So I'm camping in this corner, and I want to get some kills. Like I want to feel like I'm doing something. And people are running in and getting shot, and be like, "Oh, campers!" I'm like, I'm playing the game to get some kills.
I need my dopamine, son.
I've not had it in years. So I do. I just see that where they're appealing to the masses, and they're doing a
100%. It's like as Yahtzee said, the ghost train rides for games and whatnot. That is
Spunk Gargle Wee Wee.
Spunk Gargle Wee Wee. All that is, it is gameplay based on committee. Like it's like how
that would be
how are we going to get the most people in, and it makes total sense to do it.
The benefit. Didn't you say that at some point? The benefit of indie games and do by committee games, or benefit of one person with an art. And
that was a story, like a proper story discussion later on. I think I've got that like penciled down for a good, like an actual conversation about that.
Well, okay, cool. Well, it fits in here.
Yeah, it fits in
where the committee works for people who don't want like too much trouble.
Yeah.
Where it's like, this will work for
most
people.
This is safe. This is going to get money.
Yeah. Which in turn makes people just sit down and play the game. Because I didn't like it when I had more time and more energy to put into it,
games,
and now I don't have as much, and it's only going to get shorter and shorter and shorter.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, I kind of see the appeal of this, or play one game. But
that's one thing that I've noticed that you love. Going on to the topic of what we look for in games, I noticed that you love emergent stories, emergent storytelling in your games.
Yeah, stuff that
stories that happened to you.
Yeah, because of what I did.
Yeah,
not
just
because I sat down.
Yeah.
No, that. What's it called?
Emergent
storytelling. There's another word for it. Well, that might be it.
We had a whole conversation about it.
There's something about systems as well, emergent systems or something. They play off each other. But yeah, that's the part I like about sandboxes, where everything's the same.
Yeah,
like I told you, the Barrow Trauma 1, where I got stuck under some. Barotrauma is a game where you play. It's a space submarine game. You're on Europa, and Europa is an ice planet, so you're like below the ice, in the water, in submarines, with monsters and blah blah.
It's
blah.
a tense
And
game.
it's fucking
very
great.
intense game.
And you're a submarine crew member, or captain if you're playing single player, and you've got crew members running around. But in terms of the code of the game, the submarines are all the same. Like this submarine and the other submarine are all put together with the same editor.
Yeah.
There's no. This is the player submarine, and then the NPCs are like a separate code.
Yeah.
They're all the
all
same,
the same
and then it's
submarine,
given a AI, which I wonder is easier or harder from a developer point of view.
I imagine it must be easier. But we digress.
Which one?
Having it be the same, so that having
Yeah,
the same
it must
system
be,
for
yeah.
player and CPU.
Yeah. It was like in those games where you're like, "Can I go over there?" And then you go over there and you're like, "Oh, I wasn't supposed to be here." These games don't have that problem.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was playing a submarine. I killed the bandits, and then the bandits dropped on top of my submarine. But my submarine was out of juice, and then it landed and stuck us to the bottom of the sea. And then I repaired my submarine, but I didn't have the power because it was a weaker submarine to push out of the water. And I was stuck for ages. And I was like, I'm going to run out of power. I'm going to run out of oxygen, then I'm going to die. So what can I do? So then I took my little man off and swam. I was like, swam him into the other submarine. Everyone was dead. And then repaired it. I just closed all the things up, repaired all the systems, and I was like, "Holy fuck, it's letting me do it!" And I was like, "What? How is it letting me do it?" And I was like, "Oh, because this is literally put together like my submarine, like with like the AI controlled NPCs."
Yeah, NPCs.
My crew members.
Yeah.
When I brought my crew members over, they just continued the jobs they were doing on the other ship. But now they're like, "Oh, this is the ship we're on.
Yeah.
Do the jobs." So they started repairing, and they just did the job for me. And I was like, sick. And then we drove it, flew it away, moved it along, swam out, went on here. Then they were like, "Oh, we're on this submarine now. We'll do these jobs." Yeah. And then we flew off. And I was like, you can't. There's so many games where that wouldn't work.
It just wouldn't work. Yeah.
Because the submarine would be like programmed to just fly around and shoot every person. Like it's not in itself a full entity. It's almost like the game cheats.
Yeah.
Like, cheating's not the right word, but that'd be the idea.
Yeah.
Where like the game is got tools that I don't have.
Yeah.
Where it's like, no, that's got every tool that I have access to. And I like those games.
And it's creative ideas for like certain situations. Like I just started up Hogwarts Legacy like earlier today.
Yeah, I saw you.
And there's one quest line and it was just like, okay, so I'm going to show you how to use your map and allow you to track waypoints. But
Yay.
seconds earlier, I had clicked a waypoint because I was like, oh, I know how to play games. I'll go into the menu, I'll select this as my waypoint, I'll go there. And it took me into the map, and all the waypoints were gone. I was like, okay, select the waypoint. Like,
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah,
it wouldn't let me. It's like you select the waypoint and press X to continue. You
Idiot
got
proof.
this. Idiot proof.
Idiot proof.
Not me, idiot proof.
There's that in they fucked up that in GTA. It's kind of a bigger fuck up than that. Where there's a mission where you have to fly a plane, land a plane,
and then the next mission
was,
they teach you how to fly a plane.
I remember being fucking confused about it because I think I must have been 18 or something when that game came out, and I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, 18.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell is this? It's the first GTA game I could have bought by myself.
Yep.
Without breaking the law.
Remember we went to get we went to buy
Skyrim?
I think went to buy Skyrim, and I just turned 18 but I forgot my ID and I didn't want to get into it.
Yeah. Remember we asked the guy behind us to buy it for us, and he was just like, fuck off. I was just like, oh fucking hell. Right.
Yeah, we're like, oh wow.
But then we went to an actual he was just like,
well, it was 16 at the we were 16. It was
I think we were 16
because it was a 16 game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I went. Then we left and went to someone. It was fucking Sainsbury's.
It
Then we
was
went
Sainsbury's.
to someone else, and I was like, "You guys game for us? We're actually 16, but
Yeah.
it's a game." And he was like, "Aye, mate, I'm gonna get it." And I was like, "The duality of man." Where I was like, this dad was just like, "Fuck off." And then we went to like the Jakey guy, and he was like, "Aye, I'll get it for you, mate. No bother." It was weird. What was I talking about? Why I play games? Yeah. I think I do.
That's your biggest grab at the moment.
Yeah, I wanna do stuff, and I want to feel like I did it. Like that's what I'm kind of looking for now. I'm not looking for a story.
Yeah.
Because not that I think video game stories can be good, but I think I'd rather like read a book
Yeah.
or watch a movie.
That's
Even then, I'd rather read a book than watch a movie because can sit there still. Like I'm not playing. Like
Yeah,
I'm bored.
that's the thing. Like with the games, that storytelling can be done so well. Like Stanley Parable,
Oh, it can. Yeah, it can.
Spec Ops: The Line. All these types of games are
Well, when they combine their gameplay with
yeah,
the story,
where it's not separate entities.
yeah, because that was every game you just said. do exactly what we just said.
Yeah.
Like, I think Ragnarok has a good story.
Yeah.
But it doesn't necessarily rely on the gameplay as much.
No.
There's moments in it which I
There's,
thought were good.
yeah, 100%. Like the fight with Heimdall.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking where you press square, and the little boy's like, "No, I'm not shooting the bow."
Oh, the first one, yeah.
Yeah, in the first one. And you're like,
He was like, "Piss it, you little shit."
You son of a bitch, shoot the bow. Don't make me. Then I think it did it in Uncharted. No, Last of Us. There's a moment where you press triangle and Ellie goes to do the
yeah, lift you up thing.
yeah, and then she just doesn't because she's like thinking. And it like broke the status quo of like what you're used to.
Which is where the Last Guardian could have been good.
Last Guardian?
That's the one with the big dog.
Oh, yeah,
and it just doesn't do what you tell it every now and then. So speedrunners hate the game.
Yeah, and everyone was trying to convince everyone like, no, it's a good game design because it's like that's what a dog would do.
Yeah,
like I'd get a real dog. Play the game. No, but I think it can. I guess I think it could. That's a whole discussion, but I think it could work for you. It doesn't mean it's good.
It's good. Yeah,
or works properly. You know?
You need to have it be so central to the story, and then
Or
it's like the thing with what is it, Brothers, Tale of Two Sons?
Yeah.
When you lose like one of the brothers at the end of the game, and you're using half the
spoilers.
Yeah. Come on, that was what 2000.
I know.
I'm hoping that we'll bleep it out if you need to.
Yeah,
but like
you
lose half the controller.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel right.
That's same good storytelling.
Although I played that, I think I had to play that with you or Lewis. Where
it wasn't me. I've never played.
Yeah, we played half the controller each. The other person just wasn't.
Can't play anymore. Bold choice, game developers. Guy wasn't working. That was the thing I was going to say. Oh, crash landing's not landing. That's kind of the analogy that comes to my head. Yeah. Where it's like, oh, it feels like a dog because it doesn't work. And I'm like, oh, I mean, yeah, but like the plane crashed, so it landed. But like, come on, like it worked and it worked for you, but it doesn't mean it would work.
Well, going back to the emergent storytelling that you like, I like my challenges and my thing. So we both coming at it with the same ideas in our head.
Yeah.
But I like mine to be like your roguelikes, your deck builders, here's a little challenge run that I can do within this frame of time.
Yeah.
I want to either win or improve my score or do it in a different way that I'm not used to and can keep coming back to it and it being different each time.
Tangible in a different way.
Yeah.
Because my tangible goals are like I want to build X, and then it's like some of my characters have been caught in Kenji.
Yeah.
So my goal is now to get strong enough to save the slaves.
Yeah.
But that's like a goal in a sandbox. So now I'm like working towards that thing. But if I didn't have a goal, you'd just be like, oh, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Which I think is this is kind of the same thing.
That's the thing. I need to check out Kenji
it's
at some
called
point.
Something. You really should.
Yeah.
It's called extrinsic or something. Intrinsic and extrinsic reward something. Like in the game, it's saying. So I guess yours would be intrinsic, possibly.
Yeah.
Where it's like complete the level. That's in the game telling you to complete the level.
Yeah.
Whereas extrinsic would be like I want to
do
level
this. Yeah.
without kicking anyone. Right? Or,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Spider-Man has it, where you're like, I want to be
beat
flashy.
Everyone without
like not just because the most productive thing to do is up, off, up, off, up, off, up, off, off the roof, rather, off the roofs.
Yeah.
But the funnest thing to do is like fight them on the ground.
Fight them properly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it when it's efficient and fun. Like when you get into the fights with the guys in the stores. And you just drop one of the spiderweb bombs and then you've done it. Like, yeah,
and then you can jump away and swing. Yeah. But then it's the same thing because you're adding style to it.
Yeah.
So you're like adding a bit of what you want to do, not what the game is telling you.
Yeah.
Which I think is where I play games, which I actually think would maybe be.
And I do enjoy that in particular in one of those things.
Yeah, where it's like if it inspires me to like do it my own way in the game. That's where I really like them. Yeah. Where I'm like, I'm doing it this way because it's me, not because it's the only way to do it. Yeah, like I'm doing it this way.
That's what I like about certain roguelikes. Like for instance, Hades, like fighting with the different weapon types, acquiring the different boons. The run feels completely different come the end of it because you're playing a completely different style. So I like it in that kind of context, and particularly like Slay the Spire, like your deck's completely different each time that you run through it.
Oh yeah.
And I like it there, but I struggle setting myself goals like that. Apart from like when I did Dark Souls 3 HUDless, that was just so much fun. And it made me look at the game. But that's a set goal from the start.
Yeah, that's the kind of that's a imposed challenge or something we call it, right? Yeah, I don't like roguelikes. No, I do like roguelikes. I've never completed one. The only one I've ever completed is BPM.
BPM. I've still to properly play BPM, but my rhythm is fucking awful.
Yeah, Billy's for a minute. That's what's yeah, your rhythm's really bad. So I would struggle. But like, you don't even need to be on rhythm, I think.
Yeah, you do.
Not to, I think it's still I don't know.
No, if Philon doesn't let you reload or...
Yeah, okay, true.
I tried playing Hellsinger, that story-based BPM.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Hellsinger, it came out a wee while back.
Oh, okay. No idea.
I can't remember the subtitle it's got, but I was trying to play on that, and it was like, nope, you're not allowed. Nope, you can't dodge. Nope, you can't.
I think BPM is a bit more forgiving. I think it works if the button is pressed.
Yeah,
that makes sense. It doesn't need to be 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you can go like, and it will happen every day, but you won't get the bonus
combo
things.
supplier. Yeah.
But I did complete that game. This is the only roguelike I've completed, and it's fucking great. But but to be fair, the game was weird. It was like everything was really like the first boss was the hardest. The next bosses were quite easy, and then by the time I got to the end,
if you had an overpowered build, you had an overpowered.
Like I had a minigun, I'm pretty sure. So it was.
Doesn't the minigun not shoot?
It does eventually. It goes.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
But then it goes and it ends.
Yeah.
So you don't really have that many shots.
Yeah.
Well, you do, but like you have to make sure you're on the person for the last to get most of it. But of course, it's right. And then I found an upgrade that was unlimited clip.
Oh my!
So
God.
It literally was just it just went. So, and then I had all the upgrades to make it super strong or whatever. So then I got to the end boss and just went. I was like, did it? Because usually it's chunk, chunk, which makes sense from a balance point of view. It's the same thing as any gun, but not when you got the unlimited clip. It's you. And I was like, I did it. Like it was. I don't even know what the end boss does. Like I don't know like what the fight is, because I did that and then I never got back there, because again, like the first 2 levels are the hardest, so I never ended up getting back there. But I don't know, I'm not very good at roguelikes.
I'd like to go back to BPM because I'm assuming they've given it tons of extra updates and stuff like that.
One game that I really want to complete is Wizards of the Legend.
Oh yeah, I'd like to go back to that.
Me and Ryan made it to the end. And like, I saw him comment on the last video, so I'm assuming he's fucking watching. But we made it to the end, and like, it was 1 hit away from getting killed. And I think you know what I mean? Like, I pressed the wrong button. They're just trying to finish him too quickly instead of. But then it was also like a situation where I was dodging things, but I was getting hit. So I'm like, I'm not sure how to dodge. So I need to kill him now. You know, that kind of thing. And then I died. And then we were like,
we can't do this.
And then we never got there again. Yeah. And I was like, I really want to.
It's such an unforgiving game as well.
It really is, yeah. The second one's coming out.
Are they doing a sequel?
Yeah. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like it. It's like.
Is it a different art style?
Yeah. It's like 3D now. But not 3D like 3D. It's like still top down ish. I think it's isometric view. Yeah. And 3D graphics.
Okay.
It doesn't look as nice.
It
doesn't look as nice.
I've seen the trailer for it. I'll need to check it out.
It doesn't look as good as I remember. No, as I remember. It just doesn't look good, which annoys me. But anyway.
Yeah. We should play Wizards of the Legend on the channel, actually.
Oh,
put as ours.
God, yeah. It's so hard.
Okay, what about games that we've gotten away from?
Gotten away from?
Like, so game types that you used.
Sounds like Call of Duty. I escaped.
Yeah.
I escaped the I escaped the rat race.
But I mean, like games styles that you used to really like that you don't like so much anymore.
We just talked about it. 3D Assassin's Creed open worldy games. That's getting fucked. Yeah. I'm just like I don't know what it is. None of they seem boring, but there's only one way to do it.
Yeah, and it's been done well. Like that's the thing. Like
I mean, like from my point of view, from playing the game, I'm like, there's only one way to do it. Like I go in there and I kill them. Or what do I sneak and then I sneak for a bit and then I kill them all, or I can sneak or I can kill. Like I can kill them all. That's really all I can do. Whereas these other games I'm playing, like Barotrauma and Kenji and stuff, is like, oh, I'm stuck under a submarine. How do I get out? Yeah. I'll think about it. Yeah. Think you'll do it, and then I'll find my way out and use. Yeah. So I dropped those type of games where there's not, I guess, linear. linear games. Like go from here and then you get to an end. Yeah. Like I'm playing games that don't necessarily have an end. Bannerlord doesn't have an end. Kenshi doesn't have an end. Space Engineers no end. You know, like they don't. Power Trama does have an end actually, but then you can play it differently with friends. Yeah. So it's like I don't know. Like games that don't really have an end is what I'm playing at the moment.
Yeah.
So I got away from linear.
I remember falling when I had my first proper fallout with first-person shooter games. So like, I used to love playing first-person shooters, and I still like enjoy dabbling every now and then. But I remember I used to get really angry playing shooters online, like really angry. And I remember I stopped playing shooters for a little while, and I wasn't getting angry at games anymore. I was like, "What is this? What's going on?" And I remember downloading the demo for Medal of Honor Warfighter.
I don't even know what that is.
I just remember everyone laughing about the name.
Yes, weird name.
It's a weird name. Supposedly it's an actual thing, naming they use in the military. It doesn't make it any less stupid. But I remember downloading the demo for that, and I was raging within the first couple of minutes playing this first-person shooter online. I was like, I need to stop. These aren't good for me. I remember it in the controller.
I have rage issues.
But now I still like the odd Call of Duty game, or I really want to pick up Infinite now that I've got the PC.
Infinite?
Halo.
Was that not on anything else?
That was on the PS5.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The one thing it's not on. The one of the two things, which I have both of. Switch. Can you imagine Halo on Switch? That'd be funny.
Yeah, no.
They'd put him into Mario Kart, wouldn't they?
Oh, yeah. Or Smash. Wasn't he a character what people wanted to be in Smash Bros?
Probably.
Master Chief?
Yeah, they'll always want everyone in Smash Bros. The ideal fighter is everyone.
Every character everyone likes in the world.
In the world, and anything.
Yeah. I agree.
And that's what they're trying to do with Brawlhalla. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in that now.
He's in that.
Yeah, he was in the showcase. Yeah. Yay. I never really played first-person shooters. Yeah, I never really played first-person shooters.
We primarily played them in Time Splitters.
Yeah,
Time Splitters, and then obviously when we had the lockdown COD phase.
Yeah.
And then the previous COD phase.
Yeah. Well, like I said, battle royales are very replayable.
Yeah.
They're just like jump in, play the game, and then you feel like you're dying because something's unfair or whatever, and then you get to a point where you're like, oh, some people are just better than me. Fuck. Okay. Yeah. Like the more you know, the more you realize how fucked up you're getting, and you're like, it's not luck. They made me poke that corner and now I'm dead. God damn it. So first one shooters never
clicked.
Yeah. I guess I was going to say third person action games. Like Gears of War. They're kind of just gone, so I didn't necessarily drop those.
Yeah. I mean, Uncharted, Guardians of the Galaxy, God of War has become that.
I think the biggest one for me would be like games like Spider-Man, God of War, Uncharted. I used to play those games and like those games. Now, if one came out, Hogwarts Legacy is kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Sort of. Now I'm like, I wouldn't consider putting my money on it.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking at games like, well, I guess RTSs have just kind of swapped them out.
Yeah.
I swapped them out for like RTSs or real-time strategy or 4X games. Like I just swapped them out for more PC games.
Yeah.
More big brain games.
Yeah, no, I'm enjoying going through the indie market
play.
on the PC. Yeah.
Sorry?
I'm enjoying going through the indie market on the PC and just being like, I want to play that. I'm dying to play Don't.
Have you seen? You might enjoy it. The new Alien game, or Alien Dark Descent. No, you play. So you're not. Your social media is not hooked up. The phone doesn't know you have a PC yet. It's like XCOM, but aliens.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's a persistent map or one persistent map, but it is a persistent map. And then you jump in with 4 people and you move them as a unit. And you got to move them through, and then there's a hive that so you make a loud noise, the hive attacks you. You can set traps, close off doors and shit like that. But it's the Alien universe, that's why I'm like,
yeah. I like the Alien universe, but I don't like playing the humans in the Alien universe. AVP was one of my favorite games, and I loved the Alien and the Predator stories, and I quite liked the horror elements of the first half of the Marine.
Yeah.
But I prefer playing online. I love that game. I played the shit out of that.
Yeah. But no, I know what you mean. So maybe not.
Yeah. So I'll probably enjoy. I'll jump in. I'll enjoy it for like 5 minutes.
We'll share the Steam libraries.
Oh yeah.
Because I want to get it. I like these kind of games.
Yeah.
It is like XCOM, but no, it's big. It's like 30 quid. It's like not a full-fledged game.
I'm still down to play that. Was it Raven's Watch?
Yeah, me too. I'm saving it though.
Yeah.
They just released
what's his face?
Anna! What's Pinocchio's dad?
Geppetto.
So I could have just asked you. He decided him.
Yeah.
That game's really cool.
Yeah.
The Raven Watch idea.
I'm very curious.
Really
It's
cool.
like Diablo roguelike. Because they
Diablo roguelike, but fairy tale creatures.
Yeah.
So Beowulf,
Yeah. Beowulf.
Little Red Riding Hood that can turn into a wolf, right?
Yep.
Twisted.
Pied Piper.
It's like twisted versions of fairy tale characters.
Which I'm so
And it's like the most unique character, not design. They look like very different characters.
Mm.
Like, a lot of games, they like... It's like, reskin's too insulting. But it is like a reskin with a few tweaks.
Yeah.
This looks like, no, this character is like a dude with an axe. This character is a wolf that turns in now. This person's a mermaid that like fucking swims. Geppetto just...
I've not seen what Geppetto does yet.
builds fucking contraptions that walk
nice.
around smacking things.
Yeah. I like the Pied Piper looking one where you like every now and then rats spawn and you get to send them at people.
Yeah.
And
This is a really,
because
really cool idea.
I really enjoyed their previous game, the Curse of the Dead Gods.
Oh yeah,
That's
on
the
my
one I was
list.
playing last night. It was
Yeah.
really fun, and it's another roguelike, but it's very deliberate in what it does. Like your stamina management isn't a bar; it's you have 5 dots. These attacks drop your dots, and if you don't have any dots, you can't dodge roll, you can't block,
Oh,
you can't do
you wait to get your dots back.
yeah, but you can get your dots back from dodging at the right time or killing creatures. It's very, very good in the way that it forces you to be like, okay, play this way. You're playing our game. We're not playing yours.
Because Bloodborne, and Doom, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They implement that kind of thing. Right?
Yeah.
Where Doom's like, no, kill people. If you want health, kill people.
Kill people.
You want ammo, kill people.
Yeah.
Like kill,
Kill them in
go.
this way. Yeah. Murder is a central
Murder,
mechanic, sir.
Yeah. Same with. Yeah, that's why I like Shadow of War.
Yeah.
Where it was like, you want some orcs? Kill some orcs. Get some orcs. Right, now it's time to attack the fortress with the orcs. Cool. Kill some orcs. Grab the fortress. Okay, now repeat.
I saw this guy. Like I occasionally just get like Shadow of War videos pop
reels
up
and
on
shit,
the
yeah.
Just like, that was the quickest turnaround ever, and he like brands the guy, and then he shows up and he's like, I'm sick of working for you.
I've had that happen where I like, what was it, brand a dude, get him, and then I'm like, stay and fight, and then I fight, and then I kill someone. And he's like, oh, that's my brother.
My blood brother. Hey.
And I was like, son of a bitch. And then I got attacked by some of the hunters at the same time. It was one of those games. Killed him. He turns on me, and then this guy turns on me, and then this guy pops up to help me because he's turning on me. Oh, it was a bloody nightmare. I love that game.
See, that's the thing. I loved Shadow Mordor a bit more, but Shadow Mordor had the same issue with Far Cry 3 to me, where it was you've got this big area.
Right.
It's absolutely magic.
Wait. What's the same as Far Cry 3?
Shadow of Mordor.
Okay, so Shadow of Mordor,
the first
had
one.
Far Cry 3 problem.
And Far Cry
What's
3.
that problem?
So the problem was you've got this big open expansive area. It's absolutely brilliant, and you level up, you become the strongest that you possibly can in this area, and then here's another one. And it takes you to another land, and you've got like different orcs to take down, and you've got different villains to take care of. And I just got bored during that after that switch. I'm like, I've already done all this. I'm just going to be playing the same game again.
See, I didn't mind that. Because like I said, I liked killing orcs.
Yeah.
So much that I was like, all right, sick. I'll go kill more orcs.
Yeah.
Go kill more orcs to get more orcs. Kill more
So
orcs.
like, that's why I enjoyed Shadow Mordor a little bit more, because it only did that once.
Yeah.
Shadow of War, there's like
just
7 or 8
like,
different maps.
Getting to the end
deal
of that
with.
fucking game was a nightmare. But they fucked it because there was a whole microtransaction thing.
That was...
And then they took the microtransaction thing out, and then I was like, well, the game is so designed for...
Around this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Ryan actually completed it.
And
I was just like, dude, I did not have the time. And by that, I mean, I don't want to. I definitely had the time. I was like 22. I definitely had the time. But absolutely not. But I always think, I'll go back and play Shadow of War or Mordor.
Because that's
I'm
one
like,
that's pick upable.
I guess I'll go back to Shadow.
You don't have to worry too much about, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It's like, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, I've got a dude over there.
But it's
Sick.
like fucking 80 gigabytes. Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah. I've still got it on my PlayStation.
Nice.
I keep going into it occasionally. But
I keep jumping back in and then not dealing with it because it's too big. Oh, I was thinking Bloodborne's the same. Back to the other mechanic where it's like you get health back if you lose health.
if you
hit
keep
them.
yeah.
So like incentivize, hit them.
Yeah.
We're very simple creatures, really. If
Yeah.
you think about it, it's like incentivize them to do something and then they'll just do it the whole
Yeah.
time without even knowing. Get all game design. Well, I paid attention to it because dungeon mastering is kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Like if I want you to do something, I just incentivize you.
I
to
watched this fantastic talk about Super Metroid. How well
The new one?
designed? No, the original, the one
Right,
back on the
okay.
SNES. How well designed the first like first
Section was?
right.
Right.
Because it's just like, here's game design 101. You want them to jump higher. You want them to know that you need to jump higher to get to this thing. Jump higher to get to this thing. And it's like you don't get told anything in this. Like
Yeah.
It's a tutorial, but so well crafted that you don't realize it's a tutorial.
Yeah. That kind of thing.
It's really well done.
Yeah. Mario. I'm pretty sure Mario does that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Where it's
Like,
like-
World 1-1 is very simple.
Yeah. Like you
simplistic.
walk to the right, and then you're like, oh shit, I need to like jump over this, and then you learn to jump. Then you also learn you can't go left, so you go right, and
So you
you're like,
go
okay,
right.
so I have to go right. There's a thing to jump over, and the thing comes towards you. I think.
Yeah, the Goomba is like,
And
oh
you're
shit.
like, oh, then you die. So you're like, oh, probably jump
gotta
over,
jump over that, yeah.
jump over it. Or there's a gap first, and then there's a,
Yeah, and then there's
Goomba?
Goomba. Yeah.
and then there's the hit the thing and get the thing. Oh, so there's level ups. Okay, that's how that works. Then you know what I mean. So it's like a really simple teach the player how to play by just going to the right, and that's really cool.
Yeah.
it's just really cool.
So simplistic.
Yeah, or it's genius and simplicity.
Mm.
Whereas, like I said, I'm trying to steal a lot of it for
For Dungeon Dragon. Yeah.
because it's just the same thing. Like not teach you guys, but kind of show you. Like,
Yeah. Incentivize us to do things.
either
Yeah.
incentivize you. Like, oh, if you try punch it, if Bob was like, I want to punch him in the knee. Like, you punch him in the knee, and now he can't run. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, so that's incentivization to like, don't just say I hit them. Say I want to break something
Yeah.
or influence them or poke them in the eye or throw sand in their face. Something, anything. So it kind of makes it more interesting. But you have to. It's like your job to incentivize them to do that.
Yeah.
Exactly the same thing when we get to games, where it's like, if you want me to play the game a certain way, you tell me how. You don't tell me, like make me incentivize me to play that way.
Yeah.
Which one of the worst games for that I actually played was Star Wars MMO.
Oh
Old
yeah.
Republic?
Yeah.
Fucking just text of how to play this game. Like every time.
Yeah.
They didn't tie anything into anything else. They were just like, they didn't like. Here's the lightsaber. Put it in your inventory, and then you open your inventory, you put it in. You're like, now I know how to do that. Like it's just like, here's a screen, read it all.
Yeah.
Next, get rid of. And it's
Yeah.
like there's so many systems
So
I
much
just don't know how it works because I was just like, I'm not reading.
Every single bit of this. Yeah.
Gawk.
And then there's the opposite end of the spectrum. I believe it Ni no Kuni. I think
Ni no Kuni.
Ni no Kuni. It was the JRPG that was developed by Studio Ghibli, and it sounds very interesting story wise. Like you're a kid. I think you commit matricide,
Which is killing
Your mother. and then you go have like a mental breakdown, but go into like a fantasy world and try and figure out a way to revive her or what have you. But supposedly they are tutorializing shit into like the 30th hour of the game. Like, you are like 7 dungeons deep, and it's like, oh, by the way, you can block with this. Hey, what? There's an automatic parry system, blah blah blah, and it just becomes like pseudo Pokemon and shit.
What's it called?
Ni no Kuni,
I've
Wrath
heard
of the White
name.
Witch. They made a sequel, which is also just as bizarre, where you're like the president on the way to a NATO meeting. Your city gets nuked, but then you end up being transported into a different world, and you've got to save the king, and you've been de-aged like 20 years or something like that.
I do appreciate the creativity of the like Japanese
Like storytelling.
industry in general, because anime is the same. Like most anime I look at, I'm like, this is creative. Not
Yeah.
necessarily cool or great or whatever, but it's definitely creative.
Yeah.
You can't say it's not creative. And games are the same. They try shit.
They try shit,
The Wii is
100%.
a testament to that.
I remember hearing about this one Wii game that I never got to play and I always wanted to, where it's like they send you a box, right? And you put the Wiimote into the box, you close it, and you play the game by tapping on the box. And supposedly it was intuitive as fuck. So like just a selection of little mini games. You've got to like.
What does tapping the box do?
So it rumbles it, so it makes the Wiimote shake. So
okay.
so then you're
Yeah,
it does
that's
the
the
thing. So like
controller,
hurdling, and like you tap on the box to make him jump over the hurdles.
Ah,
And like tons of wee little mini games based around
Just
the
tapping the
controller being in a box.
that's kind of cool. Creativity is fucking enhanced by
Yeah,
constraint.
Yeah.
Right? Something like that. That's not the way you should say
that's
it.
the thing. Like
But yeah.
when my dad's like drawing or inking any of his things, he limits himself to 2 colors because he feels like he's more creative when he's got more, as you said, more constraints.
Yeah, less freedom sometimes
Yeah.
is the best. Innovation or something. I can't remember the actual quote. What is it called? I don't know.
War is the mother of invention. No,
that's
that's a different one.
Similar, but not quite. It's like innovation is enhanced by
Constraints
Constraint.
breeds creativity.
something
I
like
think.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely a thing. absolutely the thing. When you not got as many choices, you do it.
Yeah.
Which I think obviously video games use a lot.
Mm.
Because the feature creep is the opposite,
where
they keep trying to like add shit, like Star Citizen,
Star
Citizen, the one that was announced in like 2013.
Yeah.
It's not out yet. I think it raised
and they're
like
still selling ships that are like grands worth.
I think that game has raised like $250 million or something.
I think more than that, surely.
Like,
because was it like the Kickstarter for Broken Age got 3.5 million?
Was Broken Age?
Broken Age was Tim Schafer, the guy that's part
Oh
of
yeah.
that did the
Psychonauts?
Grim Fandango, Psychonauts, Secret of Monkey Island, Day of the Tentacle, and he was like, I want to create more games like I used to, and I was like, yes, sick, have our money. And it raised 3.5 million before the game was even created.
Jesus. I want to know, what is the budget of Star Citizen? 600 million. So it's $500 million. More than $500 million.
Oh, did you say billionaire? I thought you said million. I was like, that's not a lot.
Oh,
I
said bill. I may not have, but I meant to say billion.
Okay.
It crosses 500 million as of writing. So that was 6 days ago. So yeah, it's in September of 2022, it crossed its 500 million. So that's a lot of money.
That's a lot.
Someone gave that man $500 million. That's so much money.
Biggest scam of the world.
It's not even but it's not out. But it's playable. But it's not. I don't really understand the game. I would love to play it. But
It's like, very much a you game.
Yeah, space. Like that's why it's quite funny if Starfield comes out and it just takes his fucking lunch, man.
I'm surprised you never got into EVE Online.
I looked at it. It looked confusing.
Yeah. Because there's actual little
That's
industries
all
that
that
run
stopped
that.
me.
Yeah. I remember, I love
Is it
looking
the
into
online
it and
one?
hearing about
It's obviously online.
hearing about the wars.
Yeah, it's
And
like a full...
full on wars that have lost people like millions of pounds.
Oh my god.
Because
No,
and there was another one where this guy they had a company that was running, and then this guy joined the company, put himself to CEO somehow because it wasn't locked off. Because someone hadn't done the due diligence properly. He held a meeting while no one was online and made himself chairman, and then I think he fired everyone and sold all their shit.
Oh my god.
It's just fucking brilliant.
Now, is this not fleet management? A bit more. Yeah, fleet management is not.
But no, everyone's their own ship.
Oh shit! No,
this is full on community.
That's too social for me.
Yeah. But when you were going through your MMO boom, I thought that might be.
Yeah. Oh no, I thought about it, and then I think
because you could just be like a pirate and go and trade shit and ignore all the big companies. But the big companies are there and they're going to be a bother.
I think I just looked at it was mixed reviews or something, and I was like, okay, fuck off, get out of here. But like I said, I do love space, so Star Citizen was right there.
Yeah. And
now Starfield might come out and just take its lunch.
Yeah.
Same with. They've always been notoriously shit. I don't know what that is.
I wanted to get into what do we call it? Fuck. The big main one that came out that everyone was excited about. They brought out the VR mode for it.
No Man's Sky?
Nope. The other one.
Odyssey?
Nope. The other one. There's so many of them, but it's the spaceship one. It's orange kind of Elite Dangerous. That's the one.
Right, yeah. Well, that's what I was going to talk about.
Yeah.
Elite Dangerous Odyssey. I think it's Odyssey.
Oh, okay.
They finally boots on the ground.
Okay.
And it was fucking a mess.
Was it? Oh.
Yeah. And I was like, why can no one get this right? Why can no one... Well, No Man's Sky did it, I guess.
Yeah.
Why can no one do the, but it's kind of cartoony. I think some people want that realistic kind of gritty-ish feel. They gotta get it right. Star Citizen didn't get it. Elite Dangerous didn't do it. But it did it with the space stuff. You fly around, you can do the actual planets, and you can trade, and you have to manually land your ship. But then they were like, here's some groundwork, and then it's not there. They also want their space legs. They want to walk around their ship.
Yeah.
I think people have been asking for that since the game's been out.
Yeah.
And you still can't get up and walk around your ship.
Yeah.
And I was like, surely... I can't imagine it's easy. But even if it isn't, should it take you that long?
Enough to incentivize you to do that. Yeah.
Surely. But they're just not doing it. So no one can get this space shit right. So, but then no one got it so right or wrong or whatever. No one can do it. Even Bethesda's trying their hand, and they might be the fucking ones to do it. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a scary thought.
That is a scary thought. And on that scary thought, that brings us to the end of our podcast. Thank you very much for joining us once again.
2015
for
Elite Dangerous.
Elite Dangerous. Oh, okay.
That's how long it's taken them to add fucking shoes.
And yeah, that's the end of our podcast. Thank you very much for joining us. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Do all the classics. How did you get into gaming? If you feel like telling us, feel free to drop a wee comment. And we love you. Bye.
Bye bye.